Hello there, my name is Davis, and welcome back to the Road to Glory FIFA 21. And what a weekend! It certainly didn't go to plan for myself, and I was very much unable to play any sort of FUT champs, any sort of FIFA, or really do anything all weekend. I had a bit of a nightmare in football in real life. A slight injury. Slicing my knee open, losing a fair bit of the skin, and a 3-day stay in hospital meant no FUT champs this weekend, despite qualifying, and kind of everything came to a stop, unfortunately. So yeah, thankfully I'm back home at last, and I suddenly now have a great deal of time to play more FIFA during the day. I'll have quite a few weeks off work, can't currently bend my knee, and I am currently pretty bandaged up. If you can see, there's my leg and my crutch within view. But other than them horrid turn of events, I'm doing well and I'm ready to play some FIFA. As you can see in the top left, we're currently down to 22,000 coins, and that is because of the simple fact that I was feeling very sorry for myself and I've gone out and bought myself a Neymar Jr. 80,000 coins. He dropped down quite a fair bit yesterday. People thought that icon swaps were coming in, so people started selling up, and he has soon bounced back already by about 20-30k almost, so almost coming back to a profit, even if I was to sell him. But I have used a couple of games with him. As you can see, 9 goals and 2 assists in 2 games is not too shabby, and I'll be honest, 8 of those goals were in one match against on rivals. So it was a strong start to Neymar for us, but I didn't record it. I just wanted to get a couple of early practice games in after not playing anything for the last 4 days, really. But as I said earlier, the no FUT champs means that I will have to play a hell of a lot of div rivals in the next 3 days. It is currently Tuesday. Just so I can get the qualification points back. We're a quarter of the way almost back through it, so we can qualify for FUT champs this weekend, and as well as there's a few objectives that I'll be able to do hopefully in the objectives tab, specifically this COMAN. A decent looking card for the Bundesliga. We do have a one to watch Sane, who yet to get upgraded, but we have a loan of his card, which is obviously good for friendlies in that position, but it would be nice to have a permanent Bundesliga left winger in this club. Obviously this Beckham objectives, we get a rare players pack. It would be nice to get. It doesn't seem too difficult. Obviously the main thing would be the 80 Premier League assists, which will probably take the most time, considering I've only got 2 Premier League players in the first team. That might be the biggest time sink. And then obviously we have the foundation squad, which I was going to get around to doing over the weekend, but obviously things slightly changed the plan. But to start things off, I'm just going to get back to playing FIFA again. I haven't played Div Rivals in a long time. At least 3 or 4 weeks. I usually just play FUT champs, and that's my points for the week done and dusted. So hopefully we can get ourselves up through a couple of maybe even back up to Div 1. We're in Div 3, the top end of Div 3 at the moment, and I think with a bit of playing time, I should be able to start making my way up the rankings, especially with our new main man up top, Neymar. So I'll be back with you when we're a bit closer to our goal. Alright, so I've grinded a fair chunk of rivals this afternoon, got ourselves back up to Division 2, and Rivals is such a grind this year. I mean, nearly every team you come up against is like a decent squad. Everyone's a decent player, obviously, being in one of the higher ranks. Obviously, I'm nowhere near like rank 1 yet. I think I'm yet to get into Division 1 this year as well. Obviously, got into Division 2 previously very early on, and then ended up dropping down into Division 3 when we were using the silver team. So it's nice to get back into Div 2. Obviously, it'll probably make friendlies games a little bit more difficult for us, which could be a bit problematic, but it's not too much of an issue. I'm not too worried about it. If anything, I'd rather be playing against better players more often in friendlies, because obviously friendlies is the one game mode I probably play the most outside of Foot Champs. And yeah, I think if I'm playing against better opposition consistently, it gives me obviously a better chance of doing well in the weekend league. But we get ourselves to 1,000, well, just short of 1,300 qualification points, which I should be able to finish off in the next couple of days pretty easily. But I will now turn my attention to the COMAN SBC. In terms of the team, it's not too bad. I mean, the attack is very good between Sancho, Neymar and Heung-min Son. It's a great front three to have, with Talisca providing midfield support in there as well. Holding midfielders, Paulinho and Vieira are as good as you imagine, and even the centre backs aren't too bad. I'm looking very forward to Koundé's upgrade after Seville got through to the knockout stages of the Champions League this year. And Ido is not as bad as I thought he was going to be. I was expecting him to be really, really bad on the ball, but you don't really notice it. And his pace is ridiculous with the shadow card on him. So yeah, big fan of Edu, and Koundé doing a solid job as before. But I can't imagine we'll end up with this team for the weekend league. But enough from this team. I'll get on to the COMAN team for the managerial masterclass. So this is the team that I've gone for the COMAN objective, the Bundesliga team. You only needed 8 Bundesliga players. I've got 10, and the addition of Adeyemi up top, I had a lot of fun using him with the silver team. I thought I might as well try him out in a full gold side and see what he's like with gold players around him. The other 2 silvers that I've gone for in here, the perfect link between Gibraltar and Steven Zuber, who has probably got the best non-informed silver card in terms of a midfielder. I think that card's probably better than most golds, up to like 80 rated. It's absolutely ridiculous for the stats on the card. He was a right wing back, I'm pretty sure. He had a really good right wing back card in form last year or the year before. But yeah, everything over 70. Some physical, dribbling, 75, shooting, passing, 74. And then passing, 74 pace, 74 shooting, 72 passing, and 71 defending. It's just a ridiculously well-rounded card for a silver. And alongside him, Gibril Sow, bit more defensive, and they complement each other actually quite well, to be honest. So I'm looking forward to using them. They'll probably both be playing the holding midfield roles in the 4-2-3-1, alongside Didavi in centre attacking mid. He was kind of the biggest letdown of this team. There's not that many 75 rated centre attacking mids that I could have got for the team from the Bundesliga. I did want to try and fit in Amin Harit. Got the 5-star skills, decent all-round card, but this is literally the absolute peak that we could get. The only way we'd get around it would maybe be by dropping one of the defenders into something lower and bringing him in. But I don't really have the means of doing that yet. I'll play a couple of games with it, see what it's like. But then obviously, if I do feel like the Derby's not pulling his weight in centre attacking mid, I'll consider moving her around, because this back line, the back four, is probably one of the stronger ones you can get for the 77 rated. Obviously, they're all higher than 77. Roussillon, 80 rated, unbelievable fullback. Could definitely get away with using him now in most meta teams. If you're on a budget, 88 pace, 76 defense and physical, 80 dribbling is very, very good for a fullback this year. He was strong last year. I used him for quite a bit last year, especially when he had the Footmas card as well. And I've heard good things about him this year as well. Akanji and Upamecano, we used Akanji early on in the very early on in the game. As you can see there, we bought him for 15,000. He's probably one of the first players we bought, alongside Zakaria and this man Mbabu, who you can see 16,000 for him as well. So, I mean, technically 30k spent on these, but about 3 months ago, so take that with a pinch of salt. But yeah, that little Austrian link between Switzerland link between Zakaria and Babu and Akanji was very, very good. So hopefully the Switzerland quartet can live up to that a little bit. The keeper in goal, 75 rated, kind of had to go there. I did want to try and get in a little bit of a stronger keeper, but I think our back four should be good enough to cope with the poor keeper. And then the main man, Leroy Sané and Bellarabi alongside Ademi in the wide attacking mid spots. Haven't really used this Sané card much. I think we had it gifted to us for free in like a loan pack or something. And I remember playing against somebody with Sané up top early on in the game, and he ripped me apart. So hoping he can emulate that somewhat for me. And that is about it. So not expecting too much from Bellarabi. He's kind of another fits the spot player. Don't know how many right wing Germans there are. Maybe I could consider dropping him over a lesser right mid German. It does have to be specifically German. So Adeyemi gives the correct. Gets the full chem, so the only other options were Wolf, Bittencourt, and that is about it. Unfortunately, we did miss out on the Stoppelkamp objective, or SBC. He was there for like a day during Black Friday. Very, very disappointed missing out on him, but it is what it is. Not going to cry about it too much. And this is the team. Hopefully we can get some decent gameplay with it and start making our way towards the COMAN objective. Right, so we're down to the last game, hopefully, with the team. Got the majority of all of the objectives done more or less in one game. About 3 or 4 games in, the guy just kind of went AFK, and that allowed me to crack on with like all the difficult ones, like the crossing objectives and the finesse shots and stuff like that, which I probably would have got within the time of finishing the games anyway, but it just meant it was a lot easier for me to finish. Just had to focus on getting assists with the Bundesliga players. And getting 7 wins, I think it was. But in terms of the team, it's not too bad. It's not a great team. The defence doesn't really live up to what I was expecting. It's actually gone quite poor now, to be honest. Don't know what it is. Maybe it's just because I haven't got any chem styles on the majority of the players, but it's been a bit of a slog. Roussillon and Babu are okay, and Akanji and Upamecano are a little bit slow, if anything, now compared to what I'm used to. In terms of the midfield, Zuba's probably been the best central midfielder. Moussa Sow you don't really notice, which I guess isn't too much of a bad thing. And Didavi in the centre attacking mid spot is pretty awful, to be honest. I wouldn't recommend having him, especially for a centre attacking mid, without any 4-star skills or 4-star weak foot. He's really, really difficult to use on the ball. Does have a decent shot on him though, if you can get him into like that sort of area, but it's so difficult with just the 3-star. Bellarabi's been okay at right attacking mid, but the majority of it has come through Leroy Sané and Karim Adeyemi. These have been the main 2 standout lads of the team, and the majority of the players come through them. Adeyemi, as I said in the last episode, is fantastic, and Leroy Sané is still pretty good as well, even without an upgrade, which he could if he gets a decent upgrade now, he could be looking at a decent looking card. Obviously, I don't even know if he plays for Bayern all too much at the moment, but he's been pretty good for me on FIFA. So jump into a game and hopefully we can finish off this COMAN objective. Bundesliga team himself, he's got himself a Renier in there. Nice little player to pick up, as well as a Hwan, the South Korean, I believe. Some strike. Almost going down 1-0 early on. I played really poor FIFA today, I'll be honest. So I think regardless of the scoreline, as long as I get a Bundesliga assist, I'll just stick it out and just get this objective done and dusted. Early change for him. See who he brings on. We changed ourselves Didavi for Kudus. And obviously he brings on Mbappe, Rashford, and just Mbappe and Rashford this time. So that'll be fun to try and defend against. Upamecano defended well against Rashford there. Lovely ball by Adeyemi, but we don't really want the Adeyemi goal. That's what we want. Leroy Sané assist, Adeyemi goal, and that is the objective done and dusted. I can just kind of chill out for the rest of the game and see off the rest of this objective now. Finally finds Rashford in space. He's been looking for either Rashford or Mbappe. Red inform Rashford. Some people get the luck. And Mbappe finds room this time. And 2-1 down. Gotta find a way back into the game. Chance for Bellarabi to run. I've done Boyata there as well, and the ball gets stuck between his legs and he falls over it. I don't know what else you want me to do. Chance. Sane in on goal, chips the keeper. Defender's gonna clear it. No, he doesn't. We get away with that one, and we brought it back to 2-2. If it looks like it's gonna come to the end of 2-2, I'm probably just gonna score an own goal, give the kid the win because we don't actually need the win. Last chance. If we can attack, score off this attack, we'll take it. If not, we'll probably just score the own goal. Better RB going for the spectacular, and that is probably where we're going to see her off, if we can get the ball back, or maybe we just let him score. Mbappe claims the winning goal, and that is us done with the Kingsley Coman objective. So there we are, the final one, consistent assistance, and Kingsley Coman joins the club. Definitely an interesting potential option, but obviously we have so many left wing options now in the club with Son and Neymar both in here. I can imagine he'll probably just sit on the bench for now, and if we ever find a way to fit him in, we'll probably get him done. But definitely nice to have an 86 rated player, is he? I think, in the club, even if it is just for fodder, maybe for something that we look to get. But that is where I'm going to end it for this episode, I believe. A little bit of a shorter one by looking at the times. Running just past maybe 22-23 minutes. Slight update at the start, letting you know what I've been up to for this weekend, why I didn't play Foot Champs and whatnot. But yeah, nice to get a couple of things done in the last couple of days. Kingsley Coman objective done and dusted. A nice player to have in the team, and get ourselves back up into Division 2 of Rivals. Still need to focus on getting enough Foot Champions points as well, so we can play the Foot Champs this weekend. But I've got plenty of time to do that, either tonight or tomorrow or the day after, so there's no real rush for me there. As I said earlier, I'm not in work for the next run up to Christmas, however many weeks it takes, so probably expect more consistent uploads. Maybe I can start doing something different, maybe some more player reviews. I know I've done one of them so far, so maybe if they release some interesting players, I can look out to getting a couple of them out. But yeah, as always, thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed, leave a like on it. If not, leave a dislike. Let me know what I'm doing wrong or right down in the comments below. If you want to stay up to date with anything else I put on the channel, you can always subscribe. That helps me out massively. And that is that. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Davis. Good night.